Wow, finally made it to another local Croatian forest in another town where it is way more accessible. Look at this. This is really beautiful. The smell, because of the high temperature, the smell of all the terpenes from the pine trees is really great too. It's a really other kind of forest than we are used to in the Netherlands, at least. Although a lot of the same plant and tree species. We have the same trees over there in the Netherlands, of course, that they can live in this kind of warm climate, because the climate here is definitely warmer than in the Netherlands, that's for sure. It's definitely much more drier. If you want to wild camp, although it is, you could get a fine up to 300 euros. At least if you are going to try it, don't make a fire in here because it is really dry. It's due to the local microclimate of the Adriatic. Out there you can see the Adriatic. So let's see what we're going to encounter. Of course, also do not know which kind of wild animals are living here. Probably snakes too. I think ticks not so much because of the dryness, but you never know, of course. Wow, really beautiful here. Let's walk to that view. Wow, look at that. That's absolutely amazing. But you can see there's also a lot of limestone here, so it's all probably, it's all sedimentary rocks. So at one point in Earth's history, it was most likely the bottom of the sea floor, and you have the little plankton creatures in the sea, which over time did fossilize and create calcium carbonate deposited or limestone and the collision of the African continent did lift up the landscape. That's also explain that there are so many islands over here at the Adriatic coast. It's really beautiful anyways, but also in a geological sense really interesting, a really interesting landscape. Wow, look at that, absolutely stunning. But unfortunately I think we have reached the end of this trail, so we're going to head back. There's some nice castle on there too. But that will be a little bit of a hike to get there. So, after all, Croatia is, in terms of nature and geological, really interesting country, but also, of course, culturally. Well, what is this? It's a strange kind of cactus. Let's take a look at it. It seems they have little fruits on them. And they're also lying on the ground. Let's grab someone. Alright. Really interesting. Let's grab it on the stone because they have really fine nasty hairs on them. It's irritates the skin. Because it looks exactly like a cactus we have and I have at home. But then a little bit smaller. So let's get here. Let's open up a bit. Alright. Really strange. Definitely going to research it. They got flowers too. Really interesting. A new local plant to learn to know. So, alright, that's cool. But this is definitely a wall or the biotope as I am used to in the Netherlands and the largest area of Europe too. continental Croatia is more like the Netherlands in terms of vegetation. This is definitely something else. But absolutely epic walking here. Really interesting. Wow. Absolutely stunning. It's already really warm as well. I think the temperature here is around 26, 27 degrees Celsius. Wow. It's only getting nicer. I think we are reaching the highest point. Of course, you can walk, may walk really far. That is what I'm not going to do right now. Maybe in the future. So I am going to wrap it up. Let you have this spectacular view for a moment. I thought nature isn't that accessible here, although there's plenty of. But if you want to have more nature experience, I would definitely recommend coming to the more smaller towns. Of course, this is a pretty town as well, but here previously I was in Split, and it was barely accessible. Only some huge roads with a lot of cars and heavy transport, heavy traffic. But if you're going to Sibenik, you can walk, do a lot of hikes. It is definitely more suitable for those who like to hike. So that was it. I'm going to see you later. Look at this. It's a little lizard and it got eaten.